Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for October 29th, 2022 from John chapter 11, The Sign of God, Part 2. Previously we heard that Jesus purposefully delayed when he found out that his friend, Lazarus, was ill. The reason for the delay was Lazarus would die from his illness. And Jesus was going to use this event to teach the disciples and us who Jesus is as the Son of God and how Jesus can raise the dead. So let's continue the narrative from John chapter 11, verse 17. Now when Jesus came, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off. We need to remember elsewhere in the Gospels, we can hear that Jesus had already raised the dead, but those people were recently dead. Now, Lazarus was 4 days dead. Does it make a difference? Well, in the mind of the people, it does. Verse 19, and many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went and met him. But Mary remained seated in the house. Verse 21, Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. Wow. Does Martha seem to put the blame on Jesus, saying, if you would have been here, Lazarus would not have died? Well, you could imply that, but not really. She is stating that she believes that Jesus is God, the Son of God, and that Jesus can do whatever Jesus wants to do because he is God. Verse 23, Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. Wow, resurrection language. Martha got it. Martha has faith and trust in God that on the last day there will be a resurrection of the dead. Verse 25, Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said to him, yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is coming into the world. It's interesting that we heard in the last chapter that the Pharisees wanted to get a yes or no answer out of Jesus. Are you the Christ? Tell us plainly. And now the gospel writer, St. John, puts in the narrative of the death of Lazarus with this beautiful response of Lazarus' sister from Martha, which is, yes, I believe you are the Christ, the Son of God. And then notice her phrasing, who is coming into the world. Even though Jesus is standing right before her, she realizes that Jesus sometime in the future is going to be coming into the world to bring about this resurrection of the dead. The Pharisees didn't quite understand this, nor did they believe that Jesus is the Son of God. Join me again tomorrow as we continue this narrative. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.